Hi guys, this is Paul from PABrewNews, and yep, it does say record. I gotta check that now. Two beeps. I don't know how I got this far. I did a bunch of reviews. Well, judging by the glass, I think you can tell what I'm gonna review. I've been waiting for this a little bit. Just waiting for the right time to do it. We already started with the stouts. We should continue with the stouts. I wanted to start with something big, and I did. That was lovely. St. Peter's aged stout was absolutely lovely. Now we're going to the Sierra Nevada. This is fresh sealed cap. Use bottle opener. Thank you guys. Every beer should have a bottle opener. Always disregard twist off beers. At least I do. Can't stand them. Twist off beer to me just tells me that I'm going to drink a cheap beer. I mean, in my brain anyway. That doesn't mean reality, of course. That just means in my brain that I'm going to drink a cheap beer. SierraNevada.com. Sierra Nevada has a huge range of beers. Absolutely fantastic range of beers. Heavily hopped, wet, dry, northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere. I mean, it's not just the pale ale. I mean, everywhere you see the pale ale, the barley wine, they got stouts, they have porters, they have huge arrays of just hop beer. The beer camp ales that they have, definitely, if you ever see a Sierra Nevada, no matter what it is, pick it up. You won't be disappointed. They started the brewery in the 1980s, the early like 1980s. And this to them was their original American stout. So let's see. The only weird thing is I just don't know the ABV, and I'm giving. Oh, here it is. It's way in the back near the barcode. 5.8% by volume. Please, guys, just put it on the front. It's just easier that way. It's almost. They said it was the American version of a black ale. I can't see through it, but when I want a stout, I don't know if that's the same thing as a black ale or not, because every time I think of black ale, I almost think of a black lager, a dark lager. But, I always think of a black ale is a way to say a really dark ale and not a thick, creamy lager. But we'll see. We'll see. Interesting. It's definitely not a stout head. Let's tell you that. I have my ideas what a stout is. That smell was not a stout. It had a weird sensation to it. I'm going to get more into this, and I hope I don't muck this review up too bad. It's got a twinge to it that I can't explain right now. I'm going to have to drink it down, get the head a little bit away from my nose, and we'll see what happens. So right now, cheers. That twingy smell, it's in the taste. This isn't an old ale. This isn't an old stout. This is watery. There's an earthy fuggle hop to it. I'll give them that. There's a fuggleness, but it's a very heavy fuggle. See that? That's it. Ugh. It's not skunked. It can't be skunked. This is a brown bottle. It's a dark ale. I'm going to call it dark ale. This isn't a stout. Stouts originally came from London. It was just a word they used to describe strong ales. So, I mean, I get you there. A strong ale, if you want to go by that definition. Later, because of the war and how the taxation of roasted malts versus different styled malts, the heavily roasted malts in Ireland, you know, they picked that up, and then that became what they considered a stout, the roasted malt, thick, creamy stout that people like Guinness make. But I think this might be leaning towards an American version of the... Honestly, this tastes to me like a American version of a porter, the London Porter, in a way. Medium to light mouthfeel, lots of carbonation, fuggle hops, roasted malts. Can't really pinpoint any coffee. Roasting doesn't taste like a coffee roast, but the lingering bitterness tastes like a coffee, like coffee. No chocolate whatsoever. No caramel, just the bitterness of like drinking black coffee. Twingy nose to it when you drink it. It's really weird. Almost reminds me of the twinge to my nose. I hate to, wow, I don't want to say this. The twinge to my nose reminds me of cat piss. Sorry, I just said that. But it does, the twinginess. That's just like the way your nose goes. I don't know, it like hits one nostril and back, boom, 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 with a really sour twinge. It's not skunk though. There's no skunkiness to it. It's just the way it's getting, well, the way it's built, the way it's made. The way it's made. That's what I'm getting, and it just baffles my imagination that they would put this in a bottle and call it a stout. Of course, I have this guideline thing that I'm going by, what I consider a stout and what the world considers. You know, that's the thing is, like, I know some people, you know, you shouldn't be so judgmental on guidelines and things like that. I know Rob, you know, said that the one time. I can understand that, I really do. I mean, like a pale, they were talking about a pale ale, wheat ale, a wheat pale ale. You know, obviously, to me, that says different things than other people's. But he was the people were going by guidelines and blah blah blah. Anyway, I'm going by guidelines here. A stout's a stout. That's not a stout. That is, now if they said robust porter, I would buy that. I really would. I would buy that. This tastes to me more like a robust porter. I'm not too happy with that twinge that I get off the nose when I drink it, but most people don't breathe in when they drink though.